ये ब्रेक हो गया
हाँ
और ये एक्सीटर हो गया.
ठीक है. ये ब्रेक है,
ओके.
ये एक्सेलरेटर है
हाँ
और ये इंडिकेटर है ऐसे.
हाँ बरोबर.
ये हॉर्न है.
हाँ
ये क्या है ऑन ऑफ?
एक्सीटर है.
अच्छा ये ऐसे.
हम एक्सीटर.
ठीक है.
क्लच बंद.
ये लाइट्स है
लाइट्स है.
और ये भी लाइट्स है.
ये अपर डिपर.
अपर डिपर. ठीक है. और ये
क्लच.
ठीक है. और यहाँ पे क्या था?
यहाँ पे भी गियर शिफ्टिंग करने के लिए क्लच का बटन.
ओके.
यहाँ पे स्टीयरिंग नॉब फिट किया हुआ जो
हाँ स्टीयरिंग
घुमाने के
नॉब. ठीक है.
लिए. यहाँ से पकड़ कर स्टीयरिंग घुमाते हैं.
Hi everyone, today I'm in Mumbai and I have come to Ferro Equip. This is a place which is built out of passion, and this place is all about emotions and feelings to make people with disabilities independent. So I'm going to be speaking with Dr. Rodricks today, and I'm going to ask why did he start in the first place all these things which were born out of passion, and all those things what he is doing and his plans in the future. Let's see how it goes. I really do not know, and my team is here and I'm so excited to meet sir today. Sir accepted my request to meet, and here we are sir today. Thank you so much for accepting my request. I'm so happy to be here. We spoke long back, I remember, and today I'm here in Mumbai to meet you. I'm so excited. How are you feeling, sir?
Good, great. I'm so happy to meet you, Anita, finally. And we've chatted a lot. And it's just been a joy talking to you because you share the same passion and want to make a difference in society.
Heard a lot about you, but then Neha Arora told me that I should speak with you. We share the same passion, we share the same energy, so we should meet. So, what is that passion all about? Why did you start Ferro Equip?
Ferro Equip was started, basically I started customizing vehicles. I started doing it for a friend, and that's how the initial seed was planted. And we decided to name it Ferro Equip, which is the initials of my name and surname. So it's Ferdinand Rodricks, so that's how it got Ferro.
So people call you Ferdi.
Ferdi. Everybody knows me as Ferdi.
Ferdi,
So
yes.
calling me Mr. Rodricks is very formal, and people, that name.
So I'll call you Ferdi as
Yes,
well.
please do that. So I started doing it for one, and then I felt that the need was so great, But I still recall the first cars that I did, and I visited Premier, in the early 80s it was, and they were all excited. And those days you had a waiting period for waiting for a Fiat, 2 and 3 years. So a lot of people would ask me that question, it's so long wait for a car for normal people. How many cars are you going to sell? So I said that for me it's not a question of selling, it's about making a difference. And that is how it all started. And after I did it for a friend, then I did it for his friend, and it just went on and on. Slowly I was got sucked into the system, and realized that there is a lot more I can do and make a difference. So we had people coming for different kind of requirements. A lot of parents used to come who have children with cerebral palsy, and they had a major seating issue.
So when did you start? So which year was that?
It was the early 80s.
Uh-huh.
Where I started making one-off things, was tinkering around with my car and trying different kind of things. Some were not successful, then some were successful. So that's how it all started. And since our love for automobiles has always been there, so always wanted to make a difference. And I enjoyed driving so much that I said, how could anybody be deprived of driving their own car? So that's how we just got deeper and deeper into it, and we've customized almost every car that's come on the road till date. So starting from Nano to Mercedes, BMW, Audi, and it's not left any limitation for anybody of what car they can drive. So basically hand control car is possible in any car, and that has been the fire that has kept me burning. everyone has a different story to tell. Everybody has a different requirement, and at the time of delivery and giving the person an opportunity to drive, it's a very emotional moment, you know. And giving the car to somebody to drive a hand control car, it's like, you know, for them it's like going out on your first date. You know, it brings a lot of joy and happiness, and they always, you know, want to connect with the person closest to them. They'll call up a family member or their, you know, spouse, and, you know, tell them, oh, you know, I'm sitting in the driving seat and I'm going to be driving now. So
I know this feeling, and when I train people with disabilities on, you know, I make them first 2 days just to sit on the car, the driving seat, and then feel the steering wheel, and I ask them to have that feeling expressed in you know, joy, tears coming out, trickling down. So that is very, very, you know, emotional moment for
very,
me as
very
well.
touching. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I know that how that independence and that freedom feels. So how many cars you have modified so far for people with disabilities?
I've lost count, but there'll be, you know, hundreds or maybe thousand. You know, we've done so many different cars for so many years now. We've been in this field for the last 35 years. So there has been a lot that we have come way down the line. You know, it's been a thrilling experience. Couple of years ago, we had even had a car rally, and you know, bringing people with disabilities into motorsport.
Car rallies.
Yes.
Wow.
So we are planning some events ahead now, and we really look forward to, you know, good participation. We'll probably start it in one place, and then we'll keep having it, you know, in different states with the help of you.
So I'll try to do everything possible, and you know, I love car driving a lot, and I love speed. I love high speed driving on the highways. So I know that how it feels, but I've never driven a Mercedes in this kind of environment at 320 speed. You just mentioned about it.
260.
260.
Yeah.
Okay, I have never driven any of this type of car, so maybe I will also join this event when it is happening.
Sure, definitely, and we will definitely have a lot of motorsport events, you know, because give them an experience of what it is to rally and to, you know, drive in the fast lane like everybody else. So, and the sense of mobility, you'll be the best judge of that, to, you know, tell people how mobility plays such an important role in giving each person independence is what they want, you know, and that is what everybody expresses. You know, it's about going, you know, like after dinner for ice cream in your own car, driving it yourself with your family rather than depending on someone else. So it makes a lot of difference, and unless you can feel that, you can't imagine what it is. It's like unless you feel pain, you cannot experience it or, you know, tell somebody else about it, and that's what it's all about. So driving with a passion, and it has, you know, thrilling stories of, you know.
Do you remember any story which is still very close to your heart? And I'm sure every story is important, but any story which you still remember?
It's still, you know, there's a friend of mine, he was both limb amputee, and he came one day and told me that, you know, I want to drive a gypsy. So I thought to myself, now what am I going to do? So then I thought over it and I said, okay, I'll modify the car if you're going to drive it. So he was all geared up to drive, so I specially made the car with some modifications for him. I made it totally hand operated. So it was a manual car, so I had to make the brake, accelerator, clutch, everything on the hand.
Okay.
And he was using a wheelchair as well. As the gypsy is a high vehicle, so you would get in from the rear door, you know. You would get in from the rear door, and I made a special rack for his wheelchair. He used to lift the wheelchair in and put it in the car, crawl into the front seat, and he was on the go. And one day he called me up, he said, you know, there's some problem with the car, you know. He was decided to take his wife for lunch, for anniversary lunch to Lanabla. And when he called me up, he was on the expressway, so I was just wondering what has happened, you know, could have gone wrong. So he's saying the car is not going over 120. So, so I know, like, Told him, you stupid fool, you shouldn't be driving at that speed. So he had a good joke at me, like telling me how he was enjoying himself, just going for a lunch to Lanavla, treat his wife and come back. So that was the amazing things that
Wow.
the amazing experiences that are there for each and everyone.
Wow, great. So I'll ask my audience if they have any questions, they can put in the comment section so that we can have that session. So we really want to have you on multiple series
sure.
of workshops and seminars and webinars.
Sure,
So,
definitely. Definitely love to be a part of it.
Thank you so much. And do you want to convey any message?
It's follow your passion and your dream. It's that, and we are all there to support in the best way we can in doing
Thank you.
whatever you want to achieve.
Thank you. Insane. So I would love to have a look at your workshop.
यहाँ पर है मॉडिफिकेशन।
हाँ दीदी।